Hey everybody, it's Anime Revere Girl, and I have a new video for you guys. And this is one that I kind of thought up of based off of a couple of stories I've told before. If you listen to any of the podcasts that I've been on, or vice versa, or my blog, or anything like that. But this topic is actually on parents' reactions to anime, and this is where I want to know, what was your parents' reactions when they first saw anime? Because parents don't really understand what anime is unless your parent was into anime when they were younger and they're the ones that introduced you to it. I also want to know those stories too, because those fascinate me. Because as someone whose parents did not know what anime was, their reactions to it were kind of hilarious and quite funny. Anyways, as far as my mother is concerned, her reaction was meh. She's into something. It looks strange. She's tried to watch it with me. She's fallen asleep several times, but ultimately, she's okay with it. She still calls them blue people, which I'm still concerned is based off of the Smurfs. Wrong cartoon, mother. These look very, very different. But anyway, this is what my mom calls them. She calls them blue people. She's called them that since I was a kid. And it wasn't until recently when I dragged her, the term drag, I don't really mean drag her, but anyway, I coerced her into coming with me to a convention for my 25th birthday, and she honorably went with me, stayed all the days I were there until the last day. I could tell she was kind of like, I'm ready to go home and get away from this. But ultimately, she's kind of okay with it. Now, will she sit down and watch the show with me? Nah. But now she understands why I'm pretty into it. My dad, though, it's a whole nother story. My dad still does not understand what anime is. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand manga. So whenever I buy manga and I'm with my dad, he's like, aren't those kid books? I know many anime fans and manga fans are cringing at the word that they're for kids, because as many of us know, it's a genre, and within that genre, there are subgenres. But anyway, my dad's reaction to anime was actually pretty hilarious. My dad, for the longest time, because let's face it, when I first started liking anime, I was in elementary school. Started off with Sailor Moon, but took some breaks from it. My dad knew what Dragon Ball Z was because my brother watched it too as a kid. But then when I was in college was when I started getting really back into anime again. And not just anime, but the industry itself. My dad still doesn't understand it, still didn't understand it at the time. And every time I would pick up a anime DVD, because I would want to buy it, yes, I still bought DVDs at the time, and my dad was always like, when are you gonna not like this anymore? You know, my dad still didn't get it. He really thought anime was more so like Pokemon, which most parents, that's still what they think when it comes to anime. Thankfully, I've introduced my dad to different ones so that he knows that Pokemon is just the bottom of the barrel at this point. There's more from there. But anyway, my dad first got introduced to knowing that anime was not just for kids due to a little show by the name of Fruits Basket. And the thing was, at the time, my dad had Comcast cable, and of course Comcast has On Demand, and we decided to watch On Demand. Well, I did, and that's when Funimation had their little channel on Demand, and they would have a lot of lists of animes for free that you could watch, and they had several episodes, and one of the ones they had on there was Fruits Basket at the time. So I ended up watching a Fruits Basket episode where it was Kyo talking to Uo and Hana, Toru's friends in the show, and he decided to say a couple of choice words to Uo and Hana, and my dad happened to walk into the room at that exact moment. The look on his face was more so hilarious because I was laughing at not only the show, but also my dad's reaction, because my dad's first words, because he happened to walk in the room during that scene, and he goes, "What the hell are you watching?" And I had to bust out laughing and explain to him what it was that I was watching. Needless to say, he then realized that anime wasn't just for kids. It was actually more than just that. There's a lot more. Since then, my dad has actually seen Bleach, a couple episodes, and he's actually very enjoyed the first, actually all 3 seasons of Shin-Chan. And it's hilarious to see my dad watching it because that show is so vulgar, but I think that's why he likes it, is because it's very similar to like Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park, stuff that my brother and I used to watch all the time and that he actually used to watch with us. So it's understandable why he watches it. And he's also seen the live action Death Note. The ones that, were made in Japan, then dubbed in English. I have them on DVD and I got my dad to watch them because I explained to him the concept of the show and he found it very interesting. He actually watched it with me and he enjoyed it. He's also owns actually a couple of DVDs of Afro Samurai, so he's kind of gotten a little bit into it. Does he understand it? No. Does he still want me to kind of like grow out of it? Yes, because he thinks it's stopping me from other things in my life, when in reality it's actually gotten me a couple of pretty great opportunities and I actually thoroughly enjoy it. But that's how my parents view anime, and that's how their reactions to it were actually pretty funny. My dad's more so than my mom's, because my mom's kind of like embraced it and embraced this weirdness that is anime. Will she go to another convention? Probably not. Is she trying to get my dad to go to one? Yes, and that is going to be funny. Whenever I do that, I will be sure to record it because that's going to be like baptism by fire for my dad because, well, it's my dad. So, yeah. But anyway, what was your parents' first reactions to anime? When you first either showed them it, introduced them to it, dragged them to a convention like I did with my mom, or anything else that you can think of? And don't just limit it to parents. The siblings can be included in this. But yeah, let me know. Alright, you guys. Thanks so much for all of this. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up for your parents. Give us a thumbs up for anime. And give us a thumbs up if you like this video. And yeah, of course, that's about probably it. Oh, and of course, check out my social media networks, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my anime blog. And please subscribe. Follow me on there so that you can know what I'm doing half the time. And of course, subscribe to my channel because why not? I make videos twice a week. Every Wednesday and Saturday I try and post a video. So yeah, subscribe so you can see more of this. Or not, and you just want to see me make a fool of myself half the time on camera. Alright, you guys. Bye.